Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Pretty Real Persona. I am your host, Ariana Reese, and we're back, babies. Um, First off, I just kind of want to do a soul check-in. Drop in the comments how you guys have been feeling. How's your week going? What's heavy on your heart? Let me know, have you been taking care of yourself? Have you been in your journal bag, baby? Have you been in your mirror doing your affirmations? Have you been loving yourself, holding yourself, nurturing yourself in the ways that make you feel loved? Have you been giving the love that you give to others back to yourself? I just want to know. Put it in the comments. Let's talk about it. In the last episode, I'm probably going to mention it for a while because I'm so happy about the fact that we hit 100 subscribers. So if you are new listening to this, baby, subscribe, hit that subscribe button, comment, let me know you're new, let me know your name, let me know where you're from. I'm Ariana and I'm from Ohio. I'm your host, baby. Yeah. So let's get this started in here. Huh. So today's episode, we are going to talk about the loneliness of healing. I am going to give you guys just like a little bit of a soul check for me and how I've been, anything that's been heavy. I have some really, 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 really good news. I'm waiting to tell you guys about it fully in a couple weeks, but I will just say, um, I'm moving. Um, this is like one of the last times you'll see me in this particular setup for my podcast. I'm so excited. I am moving, and that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say too much. If you guys want to know, if you feel like you can guess what it is, where I'm moving, what I'm doing, what my new setup look like, or give me some tips on what my new setup could be like. Um, Put it in the comments. I've been super excited, super nervous, but like overall extremely happy. I feel like I'm starting a new beginning, and change sometimes isn't that easy for me. Like it is, but it's like at the same time I still go through that anxiety, or when you're feeling anxiety, but it's like good anxiety, but you're also, because anxiety in general is just about being worried about the future. Where you feel that, but you're still super excited, like um but it's like it's also a lot of endings that come with new beginnings, and I'm just super duper duper excited, guys. So with that being said, let's get into today's episode. So nobody warned you that healing is basically updating your old software, but all your old apps stop working. The loneliness of healing is something that nobody glamorizes on Instagram or Twitter. Healing sounds real cute when it's just about sage and bubble baths. But when it's Friday night and you have no one to talk to, no one to hang out with because you've outgrown all of your old contacts, all your own friends, some family, yeah, not so cute then. I want to start out talking about when healing feels like isolation. Healing makes you the friend that can't just vibe anymore. Because while you're sitting with your friends or your family, you're over here analyzing everybody's attachment style at brunch. It's really, unfortunate. It's not really too unfortunate, but like when you're healing, you notice things from people and things and situations that you cannot unnotice. Unhealthy dynamics and certain things you used to do to cope. And then it's like the certain people that you used to run with don't feel like your people anymore because you just feel so different now. Or the things that you used to do, you don't do it anymore, and they still do, so it kind of like clashes a little bit. And it's like that shift can feel very lonely, but it's just space being cleared for aligned connections. I will say, like, I feel like I've experienced like this, like as you get older. I promise you, anybody who's young and watching this, as you get older, like you'll start to notice that, like, your friend groups and your friend groups or your friends, start to get smaller. Like you start to just have that maybe five people in your life, five friends in your life you feel like you could just generally count on, or even smaller. Uh, as people, we go through so many different transitions in life, and we don't all go through them at the same time. So you could have friends going through so many different transitions. I personally have friends that are going through different transition, experiencing things that I've never experienced before, and me too, in my own ways. It's just like when you're healing, I feel like you're almost thrown into isolation where it's like you're really forced to sit with yourself and really, get in there and learn yourself, and like whether that's unlearning healthy habits, or I'll give you some example of things that like kind of throw you into healing, like breakups, death, just tragedy, like, oh, loss of a job, or just like high intense situations. Then it's like once you sit through your healing, like me, um I went through some very, I feel like I always go through transitions in life where I am always thrown into like a hermit mode where I'm in my journal, I'm going to within my inner self, and I'm kind of blocking the world off. And I feel like sometimes when I come out of that thing, come out of my isolation period, it's like where I talked about there's certain things you can't unnotice. Like I've done a lot of like inner work on myself and healing work. And sometimes when the people around you, or when you come back out into the world, and apply what you've learned from just sitting with yourself, like the people around you, and you realize the people around you aren't doing the same type of healing work, you sometimes you kind of fade away from the people who aren't doing their inner work, because it's like when you talk to them and you start using, your inner healing logic, and you don't cope with things, like you don't smoke, you don't drink, you know to cope with the things that you've been through in life, you talk them out, you're healing from them, you're um, actively deciding to work through your issues and grow through your trauma. It can be hard, but it's like I said, it just creating space for aligned connections. Everything is about alignment. Sometimes, old things and old people just don't align with where you are or where you're going, and so they fade off, and that's okay. you know Not everybody is, people are meant to be in your life for seasons, and some people teach us, love, some people teach us lessons, and a lot of times everyone in our life teaches us, is like basically a mirror to teach us about ourselves. And you really have to, like, once you really start to internalize that, you start to see life differently. Once you start to like completely do a deep dive into, like, okay, why am I this way, and you start to really dive deep and you start to apply, like, oh well, I went through this as a kid, and ever since then I've just felt like this. That stuff really just, changes you, and you learn that stuff through isolation. And um coming out of that, sometimes it's hard because you can't do the same things that you used to do because you're just different now. And now I want to talk about the awkward gap season. Healing is basically a gap season where you're not who you used to be, but you also don't know who your new friends are yet. And this is the hardest part, the in between. Like you're not vibing with the old crowd, but the new crowd, like hasn't showed up yet. It's like waiting for your Amazon package of your soul family, but the delivery date says unknown. And that's where a lot of loneliness comes in. So it's like that's when you have to literally like put yourself, like figure out yourself to a T, to where it's like, I feel like the trick to finding your soul people or your soul connections is putting yourself out there, like new hobbies. Like say you want to get into Pilates, you want to get into yoga, start going to Pilates and yoga classes, and start, connecting with the people there in those spaces that are also, either, consistent in what you want to be consistent in, like gym, start talking to the people at the gym, um I don't recommend people at your job, like, because it's like people at your job are not your friends. I'll tell you that. They can be cool, they're not your friends. Because it's like, when it comes, if it ever came down to a position between it's you and their job, baby, they're gonna choose their own job. So I definitely say, like, finding your new hobbies and then finding people that are doing those hobbies too. Joining a community. I feel like I'm moving, and in my new beginning, that's something that's a huge thing for me. Like, I'm moving to a whole different city, so it's like, I know, like, I'm not necessarily, it's like I have friends, old friends from there, but it's like I'm not necessarily looking to, like, rekindle fully those relationships. Like, the people that I feel like, are cool people, I feel like I'm going to reach out to, I'm going to reconnect with, I'm going to meet up with. And I've already, told those people that. And so that's going to be um, pretty dope. But it's like, I'm looking forward to, like, meeting new people and building a community, meeting my soul family, and just putting myself out there unapologetically, just to, just to realign myself, and to keep growing and meeting people and experiencing people. And I think we all have a sense of, we want to belong with something or someone. um I think that, like, it's hard when, it's like you're going through weird transition in friendships, or it's like, don't really resonate with old friends anymore, and it's like you want to find new friends. It's really hard to, like, I feel like that in its own is something you have to heal from, because it's like, sometimes you're being, spiritually pushed away from old friends, old connections, and it's like, that's okay. You have to leave those kind of situations with grace. So now I want to talk about, how do you sit with loneliness without losing it or losing yourself. Tip number 1: stop texting your ex because you're bored. That's not loneliness, that's regression. And baby, we're not going back. We came too far to go back. We're only going forward. We see forward. So here's how to normalize healing without spiraling. So it's just, normalize it. This stage is temporary, like, you won't always feel like this. And it's normal to feel like this. And you won't be the first to have felt like this. You are normal. You are human. This is a human part, a human experience. Try to channel it by journaling, creating, dipping into your creative, where you are creative at, leaning more into that. Move your body, like, try to work out, try to, walk, try to get fresh air, um, and move your body, because a lot of times we store, stuck energy in our body, and that kind of can keep us still. Um, because loneliness often has a message for you. And then try to build slow connections, because healing doesn't mean that you have to be lonely. It just means that you're selective now. So yes, healing is lonely, but so is texting in group chats that you don't even like anymore. So if today's episode resonated with you, share it with someone else who is going through that loneliness journey, healing journey, and remind them that they're not alone. So follow us at Pretty Real Persona. Subscribe if you're new watching this video. Go and press that subscribe button, baby. You won't regret it, baby. Because if you were attracted to this video or to this clip, baby, that means this podcast is for you. So I love you guys. Thank you for tapping in and tuning in to Pretty Real Persona. Bye. And And if you guys have any questions, or if you guys like today's episode, please make sure you subscribe to Pretty Real Persona. We're on YouTube. Like us, follow us on TikTok, Instagram. We're on that. We're on those social media platforms too. And leave a comment in the comments about, what you liked about today's episode, what topics you guys want me to speak on, if you want to see me add a guest, have some guests on, let me know.